All right, I want to look at factoring when the leading term is negative. All right, so I got negative 10x squared minus 30x plus 5. And here, my biggest exponent term, all right, it's negative. And I don't like to leave stuff like that when it comes to factoring. Even if these didn't have anything else in common, like here they all have a 5 in common, uh, if it didn't have anything else in common, I would still factor out a negative 1. That way, the polynomial that I'm left over with, it has a leading term that's positive, and that's the idea. We never want to leave negatives right here, if we can help it, which we never have to. There's always a way around it. So what I'm going to do is factor out a negative 5. So that's just going to divide each of these by negative 5. The negative 10x squared will become a 2x. The negative 5 times a positive 6x, that'll become a negative 30x. And then, so I'm changing the signs, but I'm also dividing by 5, so that'll become a minus 1 for that last one there. Right. And then you could tell, if you distribute it back in, you would get to the same answer as before. All right. Now, sometimes you'll have to do this. It's kind of a special case scenario. But if they want you to factor just 6 minus x, let's say this is what we're factoring. Well, there's nothing in common, but the leading term here is actually this negative x, and we don't want to leave it as a negative, right? What we're going to end up doing here is factoring out a negative 1, and all that's going to do is it's going to change the signs inside. So it becomes negative 6 and a positive x, but then I can actually rearrange these terms on the inside. Just think of it as x minus 6. So it's negative 1 on the outside, and then an x minus 6. All right, eventually you'll see where this comes into play, but I just want to mention the technique for now. So basically all that happened is when you brought out the negative 1, instead of it being 6 minus x, it became x minus 6. The terms just rearranged. All right. For example, if I had 5 minus 4x, if I factor out a negative 1, I know this is just going to turn into 4x minus 5, which is more common, way more common to see factors like that. All right. Confirm for yourself. If you distribute the negative back in, you get the same thing. All right. That's it for now.